A lot of times, first off, shalom, giving our praise to the Most High and the Son. A lot of times we get caught up like what Christianity did for us, just like what the Israelites are doing. They're caught up in sorcery, magic, tricks. That's all it is. You can add all of them up together. They're just going to come out to be tricks. You trick somebody into believing something. Because we all thought we all came over here on slave ships, but they can't find one ship. Anybody know that? Did anybody know that? And don't get caught up in the CGI AI photos.
Teach.
That class coming next. No slave ships. Nobody under no ship for 3 months, man. It's impossible.
That's right.
It's impossible, man. And don't get caught up. If you not really open-minded, you're gonna believe what somebody else tell you. No research, no history, no fact checking. That's how we roll. That's how we've been rolling all our lives.
Bring it out.
Did anybody ever question Christmas?
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring worldwide in truth and sincerity, and salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Amen. You see it. Words can't put in detail how off these guys are. Either they paid off or the Lord has completely taken the spirit off of them. Okay? And it's plain to see these guys don't have the truth, man. And if you following them, guess what? You're gonna be destroyed, man. Matter of fact. Real quick before we get into this lesson. Man. Hey, if you don't have eyes to see who the Lord is dealing with, you're gonna be destroyed. Because that way, that narrow path back to Yahawashi is closing more and more every day. Ezekiel chapter 14 and verse 9. And if the prophet be deceived, when he have spoken a thing, I the Lord have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him, and I will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. And they shall bear the indignation of their punishment. Excuse me, and they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity, and the punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. So all those people who were in the crowd bigging this guy up, giving him credit, guess what? You're going to receive that same damnation, that same punishment. You're going to receive the same thing that's left up for this guy. Let's put the guy back on the screen, man. Okay? You're going to receive the same judgment as this false prophet, man. Okay? And the Lord is again setting these guys up so the way of truth is going to be hidden, man. It's not going to be readily available. Okay? Matter of fact, let's get this in Ezekiel. Us like not Ezekiel. Second Ezra. Right? Unbelievable. But it is believable. It really is. You know? First, the Lord didn't do literal miracles, right? You're not going to be saved by the way of any divine inspiration, any divine intervention, excuse me. You know? Now, we ain't come over here on slave ships. See that? And that's the way of truth being hidden. Second Ezra 5 and 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come, that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. And those are some faithless dogs, man. Those guys are faithless dogs, man. These guys, they're faithless dogs, man. They don't know the way of Yahawashi, and they're going to be destroyed. Lord going to take them away, man. Okay? Again, 2nd Ezra 5:1. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall come, that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. See that? So we were scattered into all nations. How are you scattered into all nations, man? All right. You're not just gonna be scattered by land, you're gonna be taken by ship. Deuteronomy 28:64. Why they ain't go into that? And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods. See that? Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. See? So you trying to say now that the so-called Seminole Indians, right, and the so-called Native American Indians, right, that they ain't go to slavery on ships, right? Is that what you're saying now? Are you trying to say? Well, we know you're trying to say the so-called Negro didn't go on slave ships. Well, what about when Cristobal Colon came here in 1492, man? All right, and other devils where they took our brothers and brought them back to Spain and shit. You see how many holes in this guy's doctrine, man? But see, if you don't have the eyesight, you're gonna fall for it. Oh, he said, and he said it, in his opening statements. If you simple, you're gonna believe what the scriptures say. The simple believe of every word. Let's get that. And those people who in there, you simple as shit. Let's see. No, is it? Yep. Proverbs 14:15. Right? It says, the simple believe of every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. Yeah, the wise man gonna look well to his going. They're not gonna be caught up and trapped in this madness that these guys are pushing forth, man. There's no slave ships. You crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. And then it said it's a the spiritual bondage. Well, what the hell is the yoke of irons about? Fool, if we was under spiritual bondage. God. But hey, man, that's why we gotta thank Yahawashi for raising up men with the 100% truth, man. You see? Again, let's read it again. Deuteronomy 28:64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of earth even to unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Yeah, that cobblestone, Islam, right? Christianity, the cross. See? And among these nations, now how is that spiritual? How is that a spiritual captivity, man? How? And among these nations thou shalt find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy feet have rest, but the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart and failing eyes and sorrow of mind. Yeah, let the cops pull behind your ass. Okay, if your shit is right, your shit's straight. Guess what? You're gonna have a trembling heart. You have a failing eyes, a sorrow of mind, because you don't know whether or not these damn devils gonna come put you to death, man, for nothing. You see? How's that spiritual? One body. Fuckers, man. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee. See that? Thou shalt thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life. Again, how's that spiritual? In the morning thou shalt say with the Most High, it were evening. Yeah, you trying to fast forward the time. Yeah, see? And at evening thou shalt say, would the Most High it were morning, for the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. See that? And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. See that? By the way whereof I spake unto thee. Yeah, just how Moses said it was going to happen, it happened. It's Egypt is not talking about ancient Egypt, man. All right, it's talking about spiritual Egypt and spiritual Sodom. Oh, Joel 3:19. Edom, Edom and Egypt shall be a desolation, right? And many other places. This is talking about the land of our captivity. You see, it says, "Thou shalt see it no more again." And there, see, that's a place. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. Hold up. If it's spiritual, how are you sold to your enemies? How? For bond men and bond women. You're slaves, bro. And no man shall buy you, meaning what? Nobody's going to be able to redeem you out of this curse. Why? Because that's the role of Yahawashi, which they fail to mention. You see, these guys are waxing worse and worse. Let's get this word ships. Let's just see. Right? Phrase Strong's H 591. And those guys don't look up words. All right. Ships, men of ships, seamen. See that? See? It's actually a ship that goes on the sea. See? Man, real quick. Let's look up something. See? If you don't have the eye salve, all right. You see this? Hey, of course he gonna say this CGI. See this? Transatlantic slave trade. Oh, the elder Monadazabwa did a couple of lessons on this a while ago. The triangle of trade. All right, through the middle passage. Where those merchant ships will make 3 stops. Let's see, man, real quick. And slave ships have been found. This guy is he's a false prophet. Real quick. See? See that? That's how it went, man. See if we can open this up. See that? So you had goods taken from Europe, right? Or ships leave Europe, go to the coast, west coast of Africa, right? Pick up the Israelites, head over here, all right, to the islands, and some places in Charleston, various ports in the so-called New World, drop off slaves, and guess what? They would pick up crops, all right, such as cotton, sugar cane, things of that nature, and bring it back to Europe, man. It's a triangle of trade. Let's see. You get some information, right? The triangle trade or triangular trade or triangle trade is trade between 3 ports or regions. Triangular trade usually involves when a region has export commodities that are not required in the region from which its major ports come. It has been used to offset trade imbalances between different regions. The Atlantic slave trade used a system of 3-way transatlantic exchanges known historically as triangular trade, which operated between Europe, Africa, and the Americas from the 16th to 19th century. See that, man? This is history, man. But these guys trying to sell you a song and dance because they done lost the oil. They done lost what they had. And all they doing now is waiting to be destroyed. See, a classic example is the colonial molasses trade, which involved the circuitous trading of slaves, sugar, often in liquid form as molasses, and rum between West Africa, the West Indies, and the northern colonies of British North America in the 17th and 18th century. See, the slaves grew the sugar that was used to brew rum, which in turn was traded, for more slaves. See, what is that, Joel? Man, let's get that Joel 3. But if you believe this guy, you simple as hell. You're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna be destroyed, man. Yeah. Joel chapter 3. It started, you know what? It started 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, yeah, the Lord is turning back our captivity now. I will also gather all nations, see that, and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahawashi. All right. The judgment of Yahawashi is going to occur in the Middle East, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. Yeah, the Lord going to destroy their ass, whom they have scattered among the nations. You see that? Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. See? And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. In this case, it was rum. See? Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? If ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. Yeah, the Lord is getting ready to pay you nations back, man. It says, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly and pleasant things. The children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians. You're the fucking Edomites, man. You Hamites. All right, you Ishmaelites. You sold us to the fucking white man, to the Edomites. See? That ye might remove them far from their borders. Yeah, didn't we read that in Deuteronomy 28 and 68? See? See? What this guy's talking about, man? He's a false prophet. And we warned you about following these fucking groups. Let's go back to that Wikipedia. I think it was something else that I wanted to read. Right? It says in this circuit, the sea lane west from Africa to the West Indies, later known and later also to Brazil, was well known as the Middle Passage. Its cargo consisted of abducted or recently purchased, see, African people. Well, we know that are African, they're Israelites, man. Okay? Hey, we in that time, man. Things are closing up, so the heresies are going to increase. Second Timothy chapter 3 and verse 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. Then the Lord say to deceive and deceive are his. Let's get that. Job chapter 12. And if you don't have the eyesight, if you don't have the spirit of discernment, you're going to be caught in that trap. All right, you have those itching ears, you're going to be caught in that trap. This is Job chapter 12 and verse 16. With him is strength and wisdom, The deceived and the deceiver are his. He leadeth counselors away spoiled, and maketh the judges fools. See that? And that's what this guy ultimately is, a fool, man. You know? That's crazy as hell. A wicked nation going into spiritual bondage. That's crazy as hell. Well, what about the yokes of iron, man? Is that spiritual? Yeah. It says 2 Timothy 3 and 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned, see that, and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. See, that's how we know, man, because we study. We go into words, man. All right, and that's ultimately Yahweh Shah leading us in the right path. Okay, Malachi chapter 3, starting at verse 16. Then they that fear the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord. And that guy ultimately don't fear the Lord. All right, you saying the Lord didn't do literal miracles? That's how Yahawashi was glorified. I mean, that's how Yahweh was glorified through Yahawashi through the little miracles. Yahawashi didn't take the credit for himself. No, he gave the credit to the Father. Boy. See, they ultimately don't fear the Lord. And that thought upon his name. You see, that guy said, want to give praise to the Most High and his Son. See that? He ain't thinking upon the name. And they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my Jews, yeah, those same Jews that were carried away, man. The Lord is now cleaning them up, polishing them up, getting them ready for the return of the King. And I will spare them as a man spare his own son that serveth him. See? Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not. If you can't discern this guy don't serve you, how about Shah? Something is wrong with you. The Lord ultimately going to lead you to your death, man. You're not going to be comforted in that time. All right? Because these guys are plainly carnal men. Matter of fact, let's close it out there. Right. What is that? Romans chapter 8. These guys are obviously carnal men. Romans chapter 8 and verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death. See that? But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And this guy tried to say, you got to have a spiritual mind not to believe that we didn't come over here on ships. Man, that's crazy. All right? That's kind of, he tried to use reverse psychology. See? And he got his son over here with long hair, which is abomination, right? Men don't supposed to have fucking long hair, man. Especially not like this. You see? Hey, but those that carnal mind, right? It says, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. See? Hey, you at odds with Yahweh Shah, he's going to destroy you, right? So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High, and these guys are obviously in the flesh. And they're not going to please Yahweh Shah. All right? That's why you see them waxing worse and worse, coming up with more crazy doctrines, man. Okay, which can be simply disproven. All right, that's gonna be it for the lesson. Lord willing, it's been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders, great millstone. Lord willing, coming at you with another lesson. Till the next time, I say shalom, DTA, and a Bible ball soon.